Okay, I'm going to show you how to use merge customers in Tech Toolkit. So first you need to go to Tech Toolkit, log in. It's under merge customers right here. Click on the plus. It's under customer merge, and you're going to need to add some fields here. Right click, go to menu designer, choose analyze, auto match, master, merge, unmark, and why not save too? All right, there we go. So when you go to do this, you have to go into groupings. This will tell us what we're actually doing. By default, this is all blank. So if you were to choose analyze, it's going to say you have nothing to do. So let's try that first just so you can see it if you do this. So if you just choose, I'm going to choose save, analyze, it says there's nothing to analyze. So you got to go to grouping first. So go to grouping, and we're going to do first name, last name, exact match. So this is going to bring me a pretty wide field of matches because I mean, I'm Paul Jones. There's probably a lot of us out there. So Steve Smith, whatever. You're going to end up with a lot of generic names together. So this may or may not be enough detail to actually merge customers successfully. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So it's going to show me I clicked on analyze, and it's going to show me my customer tree, which is how it grouped it together. So we'll take a look at that and see. So these guys have a bunch of funny data in here as well. They got some double exclamation, so first name, last name, um, just some weird values. So we're going to skip all that. We're going to go down to actually valid people here. All right, so if I just start this first one, Aaron Burks. So this is a customer we can match. If we were to go into grouping and say, show me has to have the same address one, this person would disappear because they don't have the same first name, same last name, same address one. They'll never have the same customer ID, so don't match by that. So let's go a little bit deeper in here and look. So let's assume we want this person to be our master customer. If I auto match it, it's going to choose the oldest customer and make it the master. So this is the older customer, this is the newer customer. So when I do that, it's going to select this one as the master. So auto match, you can see it made them the master. This is the match. So it's going to make this customer the master. It's going to merge this one into this one. You can see it says mark 1. You need to choose which mark. So if you manually do it, you'll see that next. So I go to this person, Abby Saxton. So let's take a look. They're all the same. So let's just master those, auto match. Okay, there we go. And let's see if we can find somebody. Let's pick someone who has some information that we want. All right, so let's choose this one right here. If I were to auto match it, it would choose this one as the master. Well, I don't want that because I want to choose this one because it has more information in it. So I'm going to choose this one as the master. So I go to here, I choose master, and I choose mark match for this one. Now I have to tell it who am I matching to. So I'm going to say match number 3. All right, so there we go. So when I update it, those people that we just master matched will go away, and they're not going to be in this list. So if I choose merge, I tried to do something that'll generate an error. So let's see if that actually works here. I'm going to choose OK. It's going to merge all the people to the master. So all their receipts, all their sales orders, everything is going to join into one customer. So all their sales history, everything. I'm going to choose OK. And this is what I was hoping would happen. So basically it says that you cannot continue because Retail Pro applications are in use. I'm using Prism in this installation. So if you get this, you need to stop your services that are not required and kill the sessions if they're in there. That means other people have to get out. You can do the master matching while people are in the system. You just can't write it back while they're in. So everyone would have to get out, and then you have to make sure that your sessions are closed. So I'll show you where that is next. So if I choose OK here, I go into sessions. So you can see right here, Prism POS V1. This is my session of Prism that I ran to generate that error. So I'm going to stop that. If I go into here and I go into Prism Services and I kill my POS V1 right there, I'm going to stop that service. Then I go back and check my sessions. If I refresh this, all right, that person's now gone. License server is fine. So if I go back in, if you have other people in here, someone that was running Retail Pro and disconnected or whatever, you click on them and you would choose disconnect right here. That will remove them from this list. And then you should be able to go ahead and try it again. So I've had to actually stop the services before. So if you're going to do a ton of people, just try it first, maybe one or two. Don't do a bunch of master matches, because if you do that and then you can't write it back without restarting the server or starting the services, you lose all your work. So maybe just do a really quick test to make sure that everyone is out. Then once you actually write something back and it worked, then go ahead and do your large batches. So I'm going to go back here to customer merge. It did save my masters and matches. So I'm going to go ahead and update that now. So I'm going to say merge. Okay. And they're going to be merged. So you just see that person now went to one line. So now let's go ahead and do a little bit more analyzation here. I'm going to go down a little further and let's find someone with an address 1, and we'll see if we can make them here we go. Yeah. So if I do this, it's going to remove this person. So Adrien Davis, they don't have the same address 1. So let's watch for this person. Amy Hopkins, same thing. This person, they're going to disappear when I say groupings, show me first name, last name, address 1. So now they don't have the same address. They're not going to be in our list. So I have to reanalyze to have that take effect. So reanalyze. It'll now generate a new tree for you, and those people are going to be gone. So Adrien Davis will no longer be in that list, or anyone who doesn't have a address 1 that matches. So this is a little bit more accurate on who really is a duplicate. Okay, so now if we scroll down again and we'll look for Adrien Davis, she should not be in this list anymore. And she is not. Okay, so all of these people should have the same address 1, address, first name, last name, and address 1. So these are all blank, so they count, they do match. Let's see if we can find somebody who actually has an address. So here's one. So this person has the same address. Let's choose this one because it is the newest. So again, if I were to auto match, it's going to choose the oldest. Well, I don't necessarily want that, so I'm going to unmark that. So just choose unmark and unmark. And I'm going to master it myself. So I'm going to make this one, because this is a newer customer, I want this one. Let's say we just feel it's newer. Maybe they have a different phone number or something like that. They're the same. I would actually probably choose this one because it has the dashes. So, but you can choose whatever you want, basically, is the point here. So let's do that. We'll choose this one and just do it manually. So again, drop down, master, and match. And again, you have to choose which one this is matching, number 1. All right, and we'll go do one more. And we'll just do this guy right here. Well, let's do a few. Let's just we'll just auto match, auto match, auto match, auto match. So you get it. It's not super hard, but again, you're matching people and history. So if you don't feel that's accurate, don't do it. You can always reanalyze with a little bit more data. So you could say, maybe show me, instead of first name, last name, maybe the person got married, uncheck last name, and let's look if they have the same phone number. So now it might be, Mary Hopkins is now Mary Smith, but she has the same phone number. So, there's a bunch of different ways. Like I said, you can run this 100 times and just keep reanalyzing and reanalyzing and reanalyzing until you get the data you want. So this analyzation is going to bring me people with the same first name and people with the same phone number. They can have a different last name. They can have a different address. Maybe they moved, maybe they got married, maybe they got divorced, whatever. So, all right. So let's scroll down here and see if we can find some people. All right. So here's Aaron. That's interesting. So Aaron says they have the same phone number. Oh, I bet they're blanks. Yeah, that's a bad. So that's not a good analysis. So I wouldn't use this one. But I mean, you can just keep running it however you want. But that's the idea. It's pretty easy. I would start out with your exact match, first name, last name, and maybe phone number or address one or zip code or something like that. Then at least you can get some people that are absolute matches and reduce the size of your customer database. We'll do one more and then that's about it. All right. So same last name, same first name, same address one. And again, these guys don't do much with customers, obviously, so um, they're not lots of data. Okay, so here's an interesting one. First name, last name. Looks like they've moved. Address one is different. Same phone number. So this is exactly what we're talking about. So in this case, I would pick the newest one because that would be probably when they moved. So it's interesting that these are built within seconds of each other. So I'm just going to pick the newest one, although the customer ID is quite different. So I'm going to choose this one here as the master. And we're going to make that the match. Again, you got to tell it, number one. And so when we do this one, you'll see she will disappear. So I'm going to go ahead and say merge, or it'll merge into one, not disappear. And there you go.